Today we'll be sharing with you some Asia-Pacific related updates. In the coming months, I will be engaging a lot of you more, and specifically around three areas. First, collaboration. And really around collaboration, we're talking about the trust in the payment ecosystem. And this is because the weakest link is really the Achilles heel in everything that we do around securing payment account data security. We all need to work together to secure the infrastructure, and I hope to be reaching out to more of you in the coming months on how best we can collaborate together and how PCI SSC can support you in the various data standards. Since I joined PCI SSC about 2 months ago, I realized that a lot of AP organizations are unaware of the various ways of engaging with the council. There are ways to enhance and provide your feedback to the data security standards, which are not only applicable to you, but also applicable to stakeholders around the world. As I said before, we all need to work together to secure our payment ecosystem. This can be done through 2 tiers of participating organizations, which you would have heard from the previous speakers. And if any one of you are interested to get an overview or even to get a little bit more information on what this means, do feel free to reach out to me, either via email for those of you who I met, or even through LinkedIn, where I am active. I'm happy to give you as much information for you to make a decision. Next area that is close to my heart is about raising awareness of the data security standards. And this is because in some cases, depending on your infrastructure, securing your payment data may be complex, but it doesn't necessarily need to be. Okay? At the minimum, from today's forum, you will be able to at least get familiarized with PCI DSS version 4. And if you have not already done so, do visit the website, which has been recently refreshed, to download the standards, which you can get for free. And one way of getting some useful information is through the PCI DSS Resource Hub. All you need to do is look for PCI SSC on your favorite search engine. At the top menu, look for resources, and you should be able to see the PCI perspective blog, right? And very simply, on the right-hand side, you will see a list of tags. Click on PCI DSS version 4, and you will see a lot of useful information that can guide you as you navigate this new data security standard. Bear in mind the timeline, while it's 2024 in March, because of the way budgetary cycles work, especially if we are in a large company, this timeline will come really, really quickly. Now, for the last area is around training, right? PCI SSC's mission is around driving education so that you get the necessary assistance to implement data security standards effectively. There are PCI experts who conduct training regularly in the various standards. And for principal participating organizations, you do get a certain seats of training for free. And this includes training for ISAs, as well as PCIPs, right? And that refers to the internal security assessor trainings, as well as the PCI professional certification training. As part of my engagement plan, I am planning to have more webinars and forums in your market, and wherever possible, we hope to do this in your local language. Many of you will be familiar with our next presenters today, and we'll have Ihara-san do a deep dive into Japan, where he'll be sharing various engagements in the country, and he will be followed by Nitin Bhatnagar, who will also do a deep dive into India, but all of his various initiatives that he is leading. Over to you, Ihara-san.
Thank you, Yukan-san. Over to me. 皆さん、こんにちは。私は PCI SSC の日本担当の井原良二と申します。よろしくお願いいたします。さて、本日のイベントはアジア太平洋地域のフォーラムですので、私は日本の最新状況について、日本から日本語でお届けをさせていただきます。よろしくお願いいたします。まず最初に、日本のキャッシュレス化の動向についてご紹介いたします。 決済のキャッシュレス化を通じ、決済の省力化とデジタルトランスフォーメーションの普及を通じた経済の活性化、また現金決済に伴うコストの削減や犯罪の防止などメリットもあり、キャッシュレス化の推進は行政の目標でもあります。で、ご覧のグラフは過去14年間のキャッシュレス比率の推移を示しています。このキャッシュレス比率というのは、民間最終消費支出に占めるキャッシュレス決済額の比率ですが、2021年は 32.5% に達しまして、この10年間で2倍以上に成長いたしました。日本のキャッシュレス化の推進計画は、これまで順調に推移しているということができます。で、経済産業省メティは、2025年までにこのキャッシュレス比率を 40% まで引き上げることを目標に掲げています。で、このキャッシュレス決済の内訳を見ますと、電子マネー、QR コード決済、デビットカードなど著しい成長が見られますが、クレジットカード決済が全体の 90% を占めています。一方で、キャッシュレス決済による不正被害も増大しています。で、ご覧のグラフは JCA、日本クレジット協会が発表しておりますクレジットカードによる不正被害の推移を示しております。で、これによると、2021年は330億円の被害額に上り、過去最大の不正被害規模になっています。で、不正の手口を見ると、偽造カードによる対面取引の不正は大きく減少している一方で、カード番号投与による非対面での不正取引が急増しており、全体の 94% を占めています。このため、クレジットカード情報の安全な保護対策が喫緊の課題になっています。このような状況の中で、経済産業省、メティは、カップ販売法など、必要な法整備を進める一方、関連業界で構成されますクレジット取引セキュリティ対策協議会は、法令遵守のための実務上の指針として、クレジットカードセキュリティガイドラインを策定しました。で、このガイドラインの中では、PCI DSS がクレジットカードデータ保護のためのセキュリティ基準として示されています。で、PCI SSC は、この協議会にオブザーバーとして参加をしておりまして、PCI DSS 対応の取り組みのためのリソース、ドキュメントやトレーニング、資格認定など、日本語による提供を通じて、協議会の活動をご支援しております。で、また広く、ペイメントデータセキュリティに関する教育啓蒙活動なども実施しております。このような業界レベルの取り組みの結果、現在では国内の251のイシュアー、263のアクアエラ及び決済代行会社、さらに67のサービスプロバイダーが PCI DSS 準拠を果たしています。で、一方、加盟店においては、このような統計はございませんが、クレジットカードセキュリティガイドラインの中で、2つの選択肢が要件定義されておりまして、一つは、クレジットカード情報を保管処理、伝送など一切行わない非保持化対応、またはそれと同等相当の対応の実施。で、二つ目は、カード情報を保管処理、伝送など扱う場合は PCI DSS 準拠対応が求められています。こうした中で PCI DSS の新バージョン 4.0 のリリースは日本でも大変注目されております。で、PCI SSC のウェブサイト上には、DSS4.0 の主要ドキュメント、基準書、準拠証明書、AOC などの日本語版がリリースされています。で、これは PCI SSC と日本国内のステークホルダーとの協力連携により作成されました。きっかけは、昨年2021年1月、PCI SSC は、クレジット取引セキュリティ対策協議会より PCI DSS バージョン 4.0 の日本語版作成のための協力要請を受けました。で、PCI DSS が日本のステークホルダーに 広くスムーズに受け入れられていくためには、良質な日本語版の作成が必要です。で、PCI-SSC は、DSS4.0 日本語ドラフトを作成する一方で、協議会は、日本の QSA 有志10社で構成されますワークショップを組織して、PCI-SSC から提示された、日本語ドラフトのレビューを行い、PCI-SSC に提出をしてくださいました。で、PCI-SSC は、それにフォーマット編集などを施した後、正規版として SSC のウェブサイト上に、リリースをいたしました。で、このようなローカルなステークホルダーと PCI-SSC の協力、連携の取り組みというのは、PCI-SSC がグローバルで目指しているモデルでもあります。で、日本語版作成にご協力くださいました QSA10 社の皆様、並びに QSA をサポートしてくださいました JCDSC、日本カードデータセキュリティ協議会の皆様に御礼を申し上げます。最後に、日本から PCI-SSC にと連携をして、ペイメントデータ保護に取り組まれておられる団体をご紹介させていただきます。まず最初に、楽天グループは、PCI-SSC のアドバイザリーボードメンバーとして、PCI-DSS に取り組まれる事業体の立場から SSC の方向性や、PCI の基準、プログラムなど、様々なインプットをいただいています。で、一方で、評価者、アセッサーの立場より、日本の QSA2 社、ブロードバンドセキュリティと BSI グループジャパンは、ギアと呼ばれるグローバルエグゼクティブアセッサーラウンドテーブルのメンバーとして、評価者側から見た知見を SSC にご提供いただいております。そして日本には、Participating Organization、PO と呼ばれる参加団体、20社の皆様が PCI-SSC の活動、特に PCI 基準や、プログラムの策定、ペイメントセキュリティの人材育成、教育啓蒙など、絶え間ないご支援をいただいております。で、この場をお借りして、厚く御礼を申し上げます。私からの話は以上になります。で、now, Nitin さん、it's your turn for India. Over to you.
Thank you, Ihara-san, and welcome, Kuann. So I think before I start, I think we all know that India is set to become a digital payment economy as a source of payment in world, with 65% transactions being done digitally by 2026, as opposed to 40% transactions today. So the higher EMV adoption has been pushing fraudsters to direct their attack to the card not present, but in the present, at the recent development of the card on file tokenization in India going live, it is so encouraging to see all the key stakeholders collectively working together to secure the payment ecosystem and ensuring that the consumer continue to have a trust in the digital payments. On the other side, India also saw 20.57 billion online transactions worth 36.08 trillion in the second quarter, which is quarter two of this year. And the online transactions were processed through debit, credit cards, prepaid payment instruments like mobile wallets, and the prepaid cards and UPI, which includes person-to-merchant, P2M, and person-to-person transactions. Payment through the credit cards and debit cards accounted to 8% in volume and 14% in value. While UPI remains a dominant payment mode, adoption of credit cards is growing at a healthy pace. It remains the preferred mode of preferred mode for the high ticket size transactions. Talking about the quarter two of 2022, the UPI clocked close to 17.4 billion transactions in volume and 30.4 trillion in terms of value. Also, UPI has also seen partnering various banks across. The partner banks that today account is to 346, and UPI is now accepted in countries like UAE, Singapore, France, and Bhutan. Talking about the total number of credit cards and debit cards in circulation by the end of quarter 2 2022 was 1 billion. In quarter 2 2022, the credit card volume and value stood to 688 million and 3.28 trillion respectively. Similarly, in Q2 2022, debit card transactions volume and value stood to 973 million and around 1.91 trillion respectively. Talking about the future of payments, the proliferation of affordable mobile devices and expansion of internet connectivity has not only led to an increase in fintech interplay, but it has also changed the traditional banking methods. Compared to few decades ago, today the consumers have many transaction options to choose from, be it its digital wallets, UPI, net banking, QR code, or contactless payments. However, the current environment has brought contactless payments at the center of all things payments. Adoption of digital payments was growing before onset of the COVID pandemic, but the steps taken by the Reserve Bank of India, along with additional thrust provided by the pandemic, have accelerated the shift, leading to a dramatic increase in contactless and online payments. India taps into the contactless future altogether, where the limit for transactions with no PIN is INR 5,000 as set by RBI. The contactless payments in India, which started in May 2015, saw 6x growth in last 3 years. The contribution of contactless payments to total face-to-face transactions grew by more than 6x from less than 2.5% in December 2018 to 16% in December 2021. Digital payments in India will reach $10 trillion in value by 2026 from $3 trillion. In a major move to take India digital payments journey to the next level, RBI governor has recently launched three key initiatives, namely the RuPay credit card on UPI, UPI Lite, and Bharat Bill cross-border bill payments. The initiatives gives the potential to revolutionize the digital payment ecosystem and extend the reach of digital payments to many new users across India and abroad. The fraudsters, the fraudsters are famously go where the money is, and their online activities are expanding right along with the growth in digital transactions. Unfortunately, India has also witnessed a sharp rise in online payment frauds. Ransomware attacks have been front and center in the news over the past and the current year due to various high profile breaches that have impacted businesses across the globe. The impact of this can be clearly seen in the Asia Pacific region, where India has been one of the countries worst affected by ransomware crime. Last year, 49% of companies in India suffered multiple ransomware attacks, while 76% have experienced at least one, according to a recent report by the US security firm CrowdStrike. This makes India amongst the top three most affected countries when it comes to ransomware, and demonstrate that it is critical for Indian businesses to protect themselves against cybercrime. Talking about the regional involvement, I would like to thank NPCI. NPCI, who has been an affiliate member to the PCI Security Standard Council, has been well closely working with PCI SSC to shape the global industry standards and solutions that deliver practical on-the-ground solution for protecting payment data. RBI, along with National Cybersecurity Coordinator Office, has been a great support to us. While on other side, our SSR community, including 4 gear members from India, those are Crossbow Labs, CISA, Control Case at Panisha, InfoSec, has been supporting our mission. I would like to thank our POs, including RBL Bank, SDFC Bank, Hitachi Payments, InSolution Global, and others who have been supportive throughout spreading the awareness around these standards. All I would say, thank you very much for your extensive support. Lastly, I just wanted to focus. Our mission has been, our focus has been on creating education and awareness in the region. We have also seen growth in PCIPs and the QSA individuals in the country, and most importantly, that I would like to talk about is ISAs. Getting your team trained on ISA can act as a liaison with external PCI auditors and manage interactions with a qualified security assessor. And joining our community of participating organizations would help us in securing the future of payments. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for joining me, Nitin and Ihara-san.